Welcome back to this new inspirational video. Today we're gonna go on with chapter 14, the impression of increase from the book The Science of Getting Rich. Now Wallace started this out by saying, whether you change your vocation or not, your actions for the present must be those pertaining to the business in which you are now engaged. You can get into the business you want by making constructive use of the business you are already established in, by doing your daily work in a certain way. And insofar as your business consists in dealing with other men, whether personally or by letter, the key thought of all your efforts must be to convey to their minds the impression of increase. Now, before we go on with this chapter, I had the following additional points that I wanted to share. Because to me, this chapter simply reminds us that we should work on our dreams from a positive state of mind. We don't want to work or try and express our dreams when feeling bad and have unresolved issues that need attending inside our consciousness. This way, if we operate from a positive place, we automatically let that overflow towards the people we are dealing with. That is essentially what it means to leave people with the impression of increase. It means we are allowing our strong purpose and creative abilities inspire others around us, so that they too become motivated and inspired to achieve their dreams. It creates a cycle that lifts everyone up, that is, the people who also have decided they wanted to achieve their biggest dreams in life. This is what this whole chapter is going to be about. Now he went on to say that increase is what all men and women are seeking. It is the urge of the formless intelligence within them, seeking fuller expression. The desire for increase is inherent in all nature. It is the fundamental impulse of the universe. All human activities are based on the desire for increase. People are seeking more food, more clothes, better shelter, more luxury, more beauty, more knowledge, more pleasure. Increase in something. They seek more life. Every living thing is under this necessity for continuous advancement. Where increase of life ceases, dissolution and death set in at once. Man instinctively knows this, and hence he is forever seeking more. This law of perpetual increase is set forth by Jesus in the parable of the talents. Only those who gain more retain any. From him who hath not shall be taken away even that which he hath. The normal desire for increased wealth is not an evil or a reprehensible thing. It is simply the desire for more abundant life. It is aspiration. And because it is the deepest instincts of their natures, all men and women are attracted to him who can give them more of the means of life. In following the certain ways described in the foregoing pages, you are getting continuous increase for yourself, and you are giving it all to whom you deal. You are a creative center from which increase is given off to all. Now I really like that part. You are a creative center from which increase is given off to all. Essentially, as a YouTuber, that's how I look at myself. I don't mean that in an arrogant, egotistical way, but as a content creator, that's exactly what I'm trying to do for people, is to give them increase in the sense that I'm helping you and others to understand their consciousness from a bigger, better point of view, so that they can then increase for themselves. They can increase their lives, they can improve it, they can achieve more and more if they apply these ideas that we're sharing here with you. So it's really true. For you, it's going to be the same. If you're going to work on your dreams, you're going to be in a process of creation, and through that creation you're giving increase to others by the service that you end up rendering them, whether that is in the form of entertainment or actually specifically helping them with certain things in their lives, or by inventing something. You're still giving people increase because you're learning to create. Now Wallace went on to say that we have to be sure of this. Be sure that we give people increase, and convey assurance of this fact to every man, woman and child with whom we come in contact. No matter how small the transaction, even if it's only the selling of a stick of candy to a child, put into the thought of increase, and make sure that the customer is impressed with the thought. Convey the impression of advancement with everything you do, so that all people shall receive the impression that you are an advancing man, and that you advance all who deal with you. Even to the people whom you meet in a social way without any thought of business, and to whom you do not try to sell anything, give the thought of increase. Now you can convey this impression by holding the unshakable faith that you yourself are in the way of increase, and by letting this faith inspire, fill and permeate every action. Do everything that you do in the firm conviction that you are an advancing personality and that you are giving advancement to everybody. That is absolutely powerful, and that's exactly how I go about running my channel. I do this. I don't even need people to tell me whether I do it or not. I can feel this in my own heart, so I am doing it. Are you doing this while you are working on your dreams? You gotta have this powerful purpose that he's talking about. Let it permeate every action. Let it fill every action that you're involved in. Be full of faith and purpose so that people can literally feel that when they do business with you, that they know that you're a person that is totally convinced of what they want, that they totally believe in the realization of what they want. Wouldn't you like to be like that? Perhaps that is the missing ingredient. Most people, they don't believe in themselves enough. But if we start to adopt these attitudes of mind into our lives, wonderful things will happen. He went on to say that you have to feel that you are getting rich, and then in so doing you are making others rich and conferring benefits on everyone. Now, do not boast or brag of your success or talk about it unnecessarily. True faith is never boastful. Wherever you find a boastful person, you find one who is secretly doubtful and afraid. Simply feel the faith and let it work out in every transaction. Let every act and tone and look express the quiet assurance that you are getting rich, that you are already rich. Words will not be necessary to communicate this feeling to others. They will feel the sense of increase when in your presence and will be attracted to you again. You must so impress others that they feel that in associating with you, they will get increase for themselves. See that you give them a use value greater than the cash value you are taking from them. Take an honest pride in doing this and let everybody know it, and you will have no lack of customers. People will go where they are given increase, and the Supreme, which desires increase in all and which knows all, will move towards you men and women who have never heard of you. Your business will increase rapidly, and you will be surprised at the unexpected benefits which will come to you. You will be able from day to day to make larger combinations, secure greater advantages, and to go on into a more congenial vocation if you desire to do so. This part right here is so awesome because you gotta believe in it. When I started my channel out, it started with a handful of viewers, right? Even now I know that not everybody watches every single video I would upload, but I started out with only telling my friends in private about this channel that I was about to start, through which I wanted to inspire humanity in my own unique way. And then from that handful of people, now a couple hundred more people showed up. And it's exactly what Wallace just wrote. That he said, people will go where they are given increase, and the Supreme which desires increase in all, and which knows all, will move towards you men and women who have never heard of you. So some of you out there who are now subscribed to my channel and watch this video or other videos, well, you've never heard of me before you stumbled upon my content. But it's by acting in a certain way, according to what Wallace suggests I do, that this all happened, and it can happen for you as well. So in the case of your own dreams, you might not necessarily need viewers if you don't want to be a content creator online. Perhaps you need customers or people who support some creative endeavor that you're involved in. Well, you can start doing that by acting in this way that he's telling us. Because I've been doing this, and I did it in the past as well with other projects, and time and again, as time ticks on, thousands upon thousands of people show up for what I'm sharing. Now, I'm that convinced about what I'm doing right now. I am not full of doubt at all anymore. I know I can succeed, I know I will succeed, and I'm determined to succeed. This is exactly the mentality you want to have concerning your own dreams. He went on to say, doing all of this though, you must never lose sight of your vision of what you want, or your faith and purpose to get what you want. Now, this is another important point that I underlined, because this happens to the best of us. If it is the first time in your life that you'll become successful at something that you were very passionate about, be always very careful that the success doesn't take over your mind, that you become too obsessed with all the attention you get from it, all the praise, or maybe even the criticism you might and will receive for what you're doing. If you get caught up in all of that, you're losing track of your own vision of what you want. This is a real danger, a real trap that many people actually fall in. Even to this day, I see it happen all the time, especially on YouTube. When people become popular, they might get it in such a way that they become arrogant, or they let it rise to their heads and they lose all stability while working on their own goals, and let's just say crazy shit happens all the time online. Now let me here give you another word of caution in regard to motives, said Wallace. Beware of the insidious temptation to seek for power over other people. Nothing is so pleasant to the unformed or sparsely developed mind as the exercise of power or dominion over others. The desire to rule for selfish gratification has been the curse of the world. For countless ages, kings and lords have drenched the earth with blood in their battles to extend their dominions. This not to seek more life for all, but to get more power for themselves. Today, the main motive in the business and industrial world is the same. Men marshal their armies of dollars and lay waste the lives and hearts of millions in the same mad scramble for power over others. Commercial kings, like political kings, are inspired by the lust for power. Jesus saw in this desire for mastery the moving impulse of that evil world he sought to overthrow. Read the 23rd chapter of Matthew and see how he pictures the lust of the Pharisees to be called master, to sit in the high places, to domineer over others, and to lay burdens on the backs of the less fortunate. And note how he compares this lust for dominion with the brotherly seeking for the common good, to which he calls his disciples. Look out for the temptation to seek for authority, to become a master, to be considered as one who is above the common herd, to impress others by a lavish display, and so on. The mind that seeks for mastery over others is the competitive mind, and the competitive mind is not the creative one. In order to master your environment and your destiny, it is not at all necessary that you should rule over your fellow man. And indeed, when you fall into the world's struggle for the high places, you begin to be conquered by fate and environment, and your getting rich becomes a matter of chance and speculation. Beware of the competitive mind. No better statement of the principle of creative action can be formulated than the favorite declaration of the late Golden Rule Jones of Toledo. What I want for myself, I want for everybody. Whenever I say that line, even in my private time when I'm not working on a video like this, always gives me sort of goosebumps. What I want for myself, I want for everybody. So we best make sure we want the best for ourselves, so we can then also give the best to others of ourselves. This is so beautiful. And this is where people mess it up. If they don't have clear, positive ideas, no wonder their lives become chaotic. Let's just leave everyone with the impression of increase by having wonderful dreams full of passion that we're willing and determined to realize in our physical life, so that everyone will benefit because of that positivity that is unleashed from the depths of our being. Now that's what it means to leave everyone with the impression of increase. And as I said at the start of this video, it's all about making sure that you operate and function and act on your dreams from a positive state of mind, so you automatically touch people's lives from the most optimistic frame of mind as well, and it will inspire them to live a better life. Now, if you're new to this channel, consider subscribing to receive inspirational videos on a regular basis. And with that being said, dear viewer, never forget that we are the dreamers.